everyone was as perfect. I wish everyone was as perfect as you, Pete.
Who am I? Why am I here?
I'm sorry. Are you okay? Yeah,
CNN is terrible. CNN, you're with CNN? Are you with CNN? You people do not cover us accurately at all. So they have a few protesters outside, and they have thousands of people, and the first question from CNN is about protesters.
I don't know why. Take it away. Get back to the car. Back to the car. Get back to the car. Get back to the car. It's a complete failure.
I said trade deals. Who would do better? I know, I'll tell you what, I know the greatest negotiators in the world. Some are horrible people, horrible human beings. Who cares? Some Wall Street guys, they're brutal, they're miserable. You wouldn't want to go out to dinner. They're terrible people. I love them. You know who's our primary representative right now? Carolyn Kennedy. You know how she got the job? 60 Minutes. She went to the White House. She said, I'd love to have a job. I have nothing to do. They said, how would you like to be the ambassador to Japan? She goes, really?
Naughtiest thing you ever did?
Oh, goodness me. Well, I suppose the... gosh, do you know, I'm not quite sure.
Well, there must have been a moment.
Nobody's ever perfectly behaved, are they? I mean, you know, I have to confess, when me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat, the farmers weren't too pleased about that.
I did take the precaution of asking my right honourable friend to bring a packet of cough sweets, just in case.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
A license to drive? You know, I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
We're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
I believe these words came from the Pokemon movie. The media pointed that out.
And two things, if you're going to date one of my daughters.
Respect.
And?
A healthy appreciation for the Second Amendment, sir.
Hillary, all of that is not investigated. President Trump is investigated because they're scared that he's running, and he will win again.
Kansas doesn't have a brand. When you go there, okay, you're from Kansas.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him...
I am black. I am gay. I am disabled.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian.
I'm not ashamed to say that I believe in God and I believe in His Word.
I couldn't imagine somebody like Osama bin Laden understanding the joy of Hanukkah.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
You can't fake it. You're either strong or you're not. And Jeff Sessions, he's not.
If you killed Ted Cruz on the floor of the Senate, and the trial was in the Senate, nobody could convict you.
So what I'm going to do is span out. Show them the crowd, press. Show them the crowd. Show them the crowd. Look, they're not turning the cameras. They don't even turn the cameras. They don't even turn the cameras because you know what? They're very dishonest people.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The U.S. Army says the inappropriate messages were sent to a model at an adult website. Fort Bragg deleted the account after the messages surfaced. This morning, officials announced the administrator identified himself as the source of those tweets.
Thank you for calling 911. Please listen for your language. For Spanish, press 1. For Korean, press 2.
Do you ever miss English? Immigration is out of control. Bush and Gore are writing off English for good. What can you do? Vote for the third party that puts Americans first. Vote Buchanan for president.
For Swahili, press 12.
Jeremy.
Butter!
I've got
a
wonderful vehicle. Fantastic.
Have you ever ridden one of these?
No, I never have. Well,
Nor me.
Not since I was a child.
The chances of staying upright are pretty slim.
Not since I was a child at Knockalazoot or somewhere like that. Are we insured for this, old man?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, I wouldn't worry about that. But Christ, it looks a bit...
I thought in the Safer Cycling Initiative we didn't need to be insured. You can go first, otherwise you're going to kick me in the face.
Watch out. Stand clear. Oh, Christ, I almost knocked that thing over.
Oh, crikey, Moses.
We'll put that back.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the camera. That's all right. I just kicked the camera. You go.
Okay,
ready,
good.
Steady, go.
Oh, Christ, it's Dave.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be to save Texas.
I would never give up my microphone. I thought that was disgusting. That showed such weakness. The way he was taken away by two young women. The microphone, they just took the whole place over. That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will. But that was a disgrace. The way they took, I felt badly for him. But it showed that he's weak. You want to be what, vice president? Oh, now his question's no longer as good. He had great credibility until he said that. Now it's like, where did he come from?
Oh, I see that twist when...
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Wait, is that meant to twist?
Maybe you've got a sideways bottom, Boris.
No, sideways bottom, isn't it? That's probably the thing.
Have you got any brakes, Boris?
No, hardly. Brilliant, Jeremy. Keep going. I'm so sorry.
This is the most stupid assignment I've ever...
This is your idea.
Morning, Mr. Corbyn. Who do you want to be your successor as Labour leader? Who do you want to be your successor? Will you endorse a candidate? Are you in denial about your election defeat?
The premiums are going through the roof. The deductibles, frankly, you have to get hit with a Komatsu tractor in order to use them. They're so high. President Obama, Secretary Kerry, I highly think you should read this book quickly. Quickly! We have very stupid people in our country negotiating for us, and we have leaders that don't know what they're doing. They'll probably say the crowds were about equal. Oh, they were equal. But that's the way they are, very dishonest. We just spent $1 million building a soccer field, okay? A soccer field for our prisoners that happen to be in Guantanamo, okay? I don't like that. What do you need $1 million for? Level out the surface, let them play.
In the center of the stage tonight, businessman Donald Trump.
We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal.
And I just love the idea of exploring the unknown. And then there's other things that we just haven't figured out or discovered yet. To think about so much that's out there that we still have to learn. Like, I love that.
You know why I say she's nice? Because my daughter Ivanka likes her. My daughter's so great. She's such a great person. My daughter likes her. She said, Daddy, she's such a nice person. I agree. I don't want a nice, I want to kill her. We're tired of the nice people. What do you need to spend $1 million? We just spent, it's a story today, $1 million on a soccer field. How do you spend $1 million doing a soccer field? You have a level piece of land. Throw them a ball, let them play soccer, if they have to play at all. See, you're not supposed to say that somebody graduated last or second to last in their class, because you're supposed to be, like Frank says, very nice. Folks, I want to make America great again. We want to get down to brass tacks. We don't want to listen to his stuff with being politically correct and everything has... We have a lot of work to do.
Heidi Cruz, your next First Lady, Carolyn and Catherine, and the next President of the United States, Ted Cruz.
Who let the dog
dogs out.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now?
I'll walk in there, I'll kiss everyone in that audience. I'll kiss the guys and the beautiful women and everybody. I'll just give you a big fat kiss.
And now I'll ask Officer Stein and his colleagues to escort the accused into the room so that we may all look upon the guilty party. Don't get him too close to me, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the White Stripes.
We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
I'm Gerald Ford, and you're not.
The Iranians are great negotiators. The Persians are great negotiators. And we have people that are babies. It's like a chess player, grandmaster, playing against a checkers child. No, that's what it is. We give them, think of it, a nuclear scientist, and they won't give us our hostages back. It's so insane.
New generation of Democrats, Bill Clinton and Al Gore, and they don't think the way the old Democratic Party did. They've called for an end to welfare as we know it, so welfare can be a second chance, not a way of life. They've sent a strong signal to criminals by supporting the death penalty.
We don't always see eye to eye, do we, Newt?
No, but we do agree our country must take action to address climate change.
We need cleaner forms of energy, and we need them fast.
If enough of us demand action from our leaders, we can spark the innovation we need.
It's a massive plant, one of the biggest in the world. They're going to make all these cars, trucks, and parts. They're even making parts. It's so big, they'll make the parts, the trucks. And I actually gave them a good idea. Why don't we just let the illegals drive the cars and trucks right in through the border? They don't have to even, it's true. No, I gave them that. Save a lot of money. That'll be next. No, they'll be doing that next. You know, Jeb Bush, one of my opponents, I noticed he's not doing very well in the polls. I've actually noticed. And by the way, they said I won the debate. Is that nice? Is that nice? Right? The polls came out and said I won. And the media, look at all those people back there. Scavengers. They're like scavengers.
Frankly, I don't even think they give a damn about education, half of them. And I'm sure some maybe do. Want to use that word in this form? I will. Because people want to hear the truth, Frank. I watch you all the time. They want to hear the truth. Correct. We have to be able to express ourselves.
But referring to people as rapists, referring to John McCain, a war hero, 5.5 years as a POW, and you call him a dummy. Is that appropriate in running for president?
Okay, you got to let me speak, though, Frank, because you interrupt all the time, okay? So, no, I know him too well. That's the problem.
For President Ford, the year seemed full of snags. In June, he fell down the plane steps on arriving in Austria. But a whole lot more serious were the 2 attempts to assassinate him.
And, you know, that whole, suddenly America's like the biggest oil producer and the biggest guy. That was me, people. I just want you to. So.
Decided they have no questions to put to you.
Are you saying they're abdicating their duty to scrutinise me? Are you saying they haven't the guts to put questions to me? Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding-dongs.
First of all, Rand Paul shouldn't even be on this stage. He's number 11. He's got 1% in the polls, and how he got up here, there's far too many people. Anyway.
Would we not all be worried to have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal?
Mr. Trump.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
But Jake,
I want to give Mr. Trump.
Because you know what they do? They have the camera, live television, on my face, the entire amount. My wife goes, I go home. Were there any people there tonight, darling? They don't see. They never show the crowds.
$10,000? $10,000 bet?
I'm not in the betting business,
but okay.
But he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
That there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead.
That the diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio, is your strength.
I would nominate any gay to the Supreme Court, or lesbian or bisexual or transgendered person to the Supreme Court.
Yes, yes. All rise for the Honorable Justice Chick with Dick.
The difference with green eggs and ham is when Americans tried it, they discovered they did not like green eggs and ham, and they did not like Obamacare either. They did not like Obamacare in a box with a fox, in a house, or with a mouse.
You might not, I want to tell you this. I was in Israel, and I was talking to some Israeli and Palestinian peacemakers. And I said, I'm telling you the truth, I said, well, you know, the Great Mother doesn't choose sides. According to Avatar, the Great Mother doesn't choose sides. She's there to protect balance.
Yes.
She doesn't pick a winner. She protects balance. And
Yes.
do you know what the Palestinian and the Israelis in the room, do you know their reaction?
What did they say? They thought about it.
They
That's
nodded.
good.
And I think it was because some of them had seen Avatar.
And today, we greet the President of United Earth.
Madam President.
Madam President.
Welcome.
This is a simple meme that you would find on the internet, but this meme is very real. The Green New Deal, surprise, serves China and China only.
Mr. President, you ready to move?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
I will lead the country through tumultuous events. That's what I believe I can do, because I learned how to do it when I was governor of the state of Florida.
Yeah, I know you can do it.
10 years ago, everybody wanted the wall. The Democrats, the Republicans, they couldn't get it. You know one of the reasons they couldn't get it? Environmental impact statements. Did you know that? There were toads. It's the most incredible thing.
When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime if you look it up.
It's peanuts. And by the way, unbelievable people are coming. A lot of people that are illegal are great people. Just let's get it straight. They don't want to give it straight. Because the press are liars. They're terrible people. But here's an idea. So Mexico is sending lots of people. And by the way, they're coming from all over the world, including the Middle East. Why not? Come in. Come on in. We're stupid. We'll take care of you. We'll pay. Get sick, we'll take care of your hospitalization. What kind of a plan do you want?
What would you do if you were elected about Aleppo? About Aleppo.
And what is Aleppo?
You're kidding.
No.
Aleppo is in Syria. It's the epicenter of the refugee crisis.
Okay.
But who ended the Holocaust? I mean, what country?
The Soviet Union, actually.
Okay, but...
I mean, the Soviet Union did that.
No.
Palestinians don't get a right of return. And then once you've got those borders, I would build the world's highest wall, which they already have. They just built it in the wrong place. Okay, and you know what that wall did? It worked.
Abi Kibar, Trump, Sarkar.
We love the Hindus. We love India.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice.
Thank you, Nazis.
Turn off that camera. I said turn it off. This is my city. When I say off, I mean off. Hi, guys. Thank you very much.
Trust of people that have put their trust in us, many of them for the first time, and Boris will have my full support as he does that.
Well, I don't know why he's talking to a tree.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
NBC calls me, we'd like to see you. A couple of months ago, the head of NBC comes to see me, and the head of NBC's boss, I don't want to mention names because they're really good people, they're friends of mine, although I probably will never speak to them again either.
The scenario reminds me of this popular meme of a guy playing Uno.
Extremely great dad and husband. Extremely tall. And don't forget, extremely good looking.
I'm Bob Stefanowski, and I'm extremely embarrassed to approve this message.
We extremely love you.
The nonstop focus on billionaire donors creates real problems for our democracy.
And that's why we're running for a third term.
No, we're not.
We're not?
No.
Who the hell said that?
I look forward to spanking each and every single one of you at the new esteemed dungeon.
Look, Pat, look, here's the deal. Behind me, you'll see the City of Danbury Sewer Plant. And we are going to rename it the John Oliver Memorial Sewer Plant. Why? Because it's full of just like you, John.
Hello, ma'am. Hello. 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 Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hello. Thank you.
I've never pretended to be a police officer, and I've never threatened a shootout with the police.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS, fight HIV/AIDS.
Best of all.
Oh, you dirty boy, you. Oh. Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.